All right, so for video 3 of the language of a leader, here's what we're talking about. Leaders speak questions. You see, leaders realize the power of questions. In fact, I'd even say this: leaders who ask questions have more success. And I know that might be a surprise to you, so I want to tell you why questions lead you to a greater level of success, all right? First, you get better insight when you ask questions of the people who are closest to the information. Sometimes leaders think we have all of the answers. The truth is, the further we get away from the information, the more detached our decisions can become. When you ask questions, you gain insight, especially if you're asking questions to the people who are closest to the information. Secondly, you increase the ownership and the performance of your team. See, when you ask them questions, you make them think. Do you make them think about how it works, about how it could be better, about how it can be more effective? You actually help them to increase their performance, and they even begin taking a greater level of ownership. And listen, leaders, who doesn't want that? Thirdly, you earn respect and trust. When you ask your team questions, they feel like you have validated who they are as a part of your staff, your organization. You earn their respect, and you will get their trust that way. Fourthly, you eliminate blind spots. I know every leader thinks we're great, we know it all. Truth is, guys, girls, we don't know it all. We have blind spots all over the place. But the more questions you ask, you eliminate those blind spots. So what can you do about it today? Here it is. Ask someone at every level before making a decision. Now listen, I know there are emergency decisions that need to be made here and now, and I don't have time for questions. Those are rare. They come, but they're rare. Most often, when you're gonna make a decision, you are deliberately choosing to make the decision on your own. So here is what your action point is. Before you make a decision, go to someone on each level of your staff, all the way from the lowest to the highest, all the way up to the level beneath you, and ask them what their thought is about what you're considering. Get their insights, get their information. This will give you a full view of the decision and help you make an even better one. And because you ask them, they'll have more buy-in when it comes down to the enforcing of that decision as well. So listen, a couple of years ago, a US Congresswoman asked if I would be willing to serve on her advisory panel. Couldn't believe it, felt super privileged. But you realize that just because I was asked and then asked questions about my thoughts regarding some of the issues in our country, I respected her, I valued her, I voted for her, and I am a full supporter of her. Isn't that the way you want your team to respond to you? Well, ask them questions.